Call of Cthulhu. I've had this for a while, haven't played it, so obviously, the year of my backlogs, I'm going to dive into it because they've announced Sinking City 2. I believe it's the same people who made this, right? Is it? Because I also still need to play Sinking City. Um, Call of Cthulhu? Listing it as a survival game. Cyanide? Sinking. Sinking City is Frogware? Hmm. Who knows? Well, I'm sure I could look it up. It's just, I want to just get into the game. I typically just leave it as the normal. I don't want it to be too dark, though, because I am recording. Right? I don't want it to be too light. What's the default? Middle? Ugh, that's crazy. Settings. Graphics. Just, is it brightness only? Reset to default. Yes. Yes. Game subtitles on. Detection on. That's not a good sign. Sound. Your voice is max. Sound and effects are the only ones I typically turn down. Apply settings. Yes. There was a button to lock stuff in. Okay. Let's go ahead and head in. Chapter 1 Pierce Investigation Agency Boston. Edward Pierce, a veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Boston, 1924. All right, sounds good. Enter Madness. Is someone supposed to be reading those lines? Because it's giving me subtitles. No one's talking. So now I'm in control. Why is it? This is very old feeling for something from 2018. No other buttons. Oh, I can crouch. Very, survival horror. Making me think Amnesia, to be honest. Can't really do anything other than crouch. The movement just feels so. I don't know how to describe it. Weird? He moves so weird. he feels heavy. I guess that's the way I will describe it. Is there something here? Yes. Hello? Oh, I couldn't see that there was an opening there. Oh, I got my lantern. The hurricane lamp. What a name. Why don't I just... Oh. It sounds like something's moving in the water. Very reminiscent of the sound from the water creatures in Amnesia. Oh. Can I think they both lead to the same room, but... Yeah, I can open both.
In my wake, pulled along, fate inescapably draws you on.
Can I put my lantern away? I can't. Good, good, good. Music playing. I could use that as a makeshift Molotov. That's an orca. An orca.
What a putrid offering.
Shark. And another orca. And another shark. You're saying you ain't down for those meals?
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Okay. I can run now. Is that where I started at?
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
I love whiskey. Oh, I can consult my diary. 20th of October, 1924. Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my, quote, remedy, end quote. I'm assuming that means whiskey, to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams. They are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Pierce! Okay. Darkwater. Places. My private detective agency. Contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. Oh no, not Wentworth. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles. But this place is mine for the moment. Mental trauma. Edward Pierce is a veteran. We already know that. He is one of few survivors of the Lost Battalion American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades. Without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares. Pretty sure those two things are going to increase your nightmares. I have a lighter. Lost Battalion, October 7th, 2070. Is that a 7? 2078? 2018? Oh, that's a 1. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Oh, I can only rotate it side to side. We got stuff
I
here.
wonder why I still take these things.
Sleeping pills. The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares. For a while now, their effect has been wearing off. How did I get back to this? I didn't rotate the bottle of sleeping pills, but it doesn't matter. They're gone now. Okay.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Same, my dude. Same.
I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Red Sox.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case. But when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Boston Strangler escapes from state mental ward. Lots to see. Here at Saturday's 4-hour day.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Prohibition. Here I am with a bunch of whiskey in my room. It's okay, I'm a war veteran.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Boston hit by the most severe blizzard in years. Is that everything?
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Oh, now I can read my sleeping pills, which I already read that part. I just didn't inspect it. Is my whiskey? I'm drinking it. Oh, this will affect my destiny. Come on, dude. Can't let it go to waste. I think that's everything in my office, right? Yeah, so you can go ahead and answer the phone.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Why is it so low? Is that just how games were back then? I have 8 points to spend. Okay, we have eloquence, my ability to influence people, strength, physical power, medicine, occultism, my knowledge of the occult, psychology, human behavior, hidden spot. Obviously, I should be jumping points into that, huh? Oh, I thought it was 1 point each. It's not. Huh. I should obviously have summon speech as well. Okay.
Thank
Yes.
you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
I don't know who is honking at me, dude. Okay, I can read the file, I can look at the painting.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Alright. A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they, nevertheless, insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. I can rotate, but I can't zoom in. The Shanty. New clue memorized. A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He's convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case. Named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case. Okay.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
I'm not going to get locked out of anything, right? Let's find out about Warehouse 36.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Be nice if they crossed them out or something. Where did Sarah Hawkins live?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Okay, wait, how come it blocked that out but not that? I read about her mental frailty in the police report.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Well, using my investigation and being a professional at it, something's not right with this story.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
All right, and I unlocked this answer. You shouldn't take this painting lightly.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
All right, we're going to do this one again just to make sure we cross it off. Warehouse 36.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
And it doesn't cross that off, but that's all the information I need.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
All right, my diary updated, so let's go ahead and see. All that remains is to leave for Darkwater. Certainly find something on Darkwater in my bookcase. All right. Oh, now we have people in here. We have Simon Webster, age 63, occupation, businessman, a wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Charles Hawkins, deceased. Age 41. Occupation, ship owner. Ship owner? That's his job. He owns a ship. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater, heir of a ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris. They fell in love and got married. And Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins, deceased, age 33. Occupation, painter. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists, people who write papers. I'm assuming. A wealthy Boston heiress, known for her party going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers, and nobody heard any more about her. Like I keep feeling like the sentences are going to go longer. They don't. And even her death is a fire remained a secret. Is in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continue seek the truth. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continues to seek the truth. Is what it should have said. Simon Hawkins, deceased, age 11, occupation schoolboy, only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins. He died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Sounds pretty bad. I got some occult stuff, the painting. Art of Sarah Hawkins. Intuitive and visionary artist for some overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colors and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective, which is me. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. That's clearly Sarah and her son. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks it is linked to the death of his daughter. I mean, clearly, they died in a fire. That's her and her son in the painting. Yeah, pretty obvious. I have to sneeze. But of course, the sneeze didn't come. Secondary objective, find out about Darkwater. Is it the one book that's not on my bookshelf?
I used to be an avid reader.
No, this is on medicine. Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world, details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Learned Medicine, Volume 1. Go to my character sheet. Okay.
I used to be an avid reader. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Okay. Where's this book? Oh, it's right there.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston, but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century, but it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. Don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious, tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts. kind of see. I wish I could zoom in. It says rack painting found in a cave in Darkwater Island, on Darkwater Island? What is the point in rotating?
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
If I leave my lighter on too long, it burns my finger. Okay. Oh, that ends part 1. Or chapter 1.